Hello, everybody. It's me again. Um, Wanted to had always planned on doing a part two on my girls and sexuality um, broadcast, and I just hadn't got around to it and didn't know exactly what I wanted to say, but I, I think I've got it all together now, and so let's talk about it a little bit more. I already know that some of you don't agree with what I said, and that's fine. That's your choice to agree with that or not. I still stand by everything that I said in my Girls and Sexuality broadcast. Okay, so is what I want to move on to now is the men. Um, I have a daughter, and I have stepdaughters, and this is something that it bothers me. And as a man, I've been there, I've done it, but it doesn't make it right. And that's how we view women. And we see women out on the street every day. And we see the way that they dress. And just like with race, there's a lot of stereotyping that goes on, and we're all guilty of it. All of us men have been guilty of it at one point in time in our lives. That's the one thing that is for sure and is a given. And the way that we view women now today in our society is pathetic, to say the least, coming from a man's point of view. And, you know, seeing, my daughters out there in real life and the way that men view them. And everything is sexualized with us. And I don't know why. I realize that sexuality is part of human nature, but we take it so far, and we base entire relationships off of sexuality. We we want to go out with this particular girl because she looks a particular way, um, and it's just wrong. Whenever you really sit down and think about, who do I want to spend the rest of my life with? Is it that person that looks a particular way, or is it the person that treats you a particular way? And I know that my viewpoints on this are slighted because I am a Christian, and I do believe in God. I do believe in His teachings, and I do believe that there is more to a relationship than just sex. I mean, let's face it, you're not going to do it like bunny rabbits 3 and 4 times a day for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, however long you happen to be married. It's just not going to happen. They say that if you take the first 7 years of your marriage and you put a penny in a jar every time that you have sexual relations, and then after that 7 year mark, if you start taking those pennies out, you won't have them all out by the time your days are numbered. So, with that being said, and your emphasis isn't always going to be on sex. I understand when you're young. I'm not saying it's right, but I was young once and I understand it. But whenever you get more mature and you see that it's not a particular look that you crave, it's not a particular type of girl, um, whatever it may be, it's how they treat you. Do they show you respect? Do they take care of you? Do they love you, for who you are? Are they going to be there through it all? You know, that's the thing that we should be teaching our young men in our society. That's the things that, I have tried to teach to my son, is that, it doesn't matter what a girl looks like. And don't get me wrong, I realize you have to have some type of sexual attraction. I get that. I do. But it doesn't matter what they look like. It matters how they treat you. Do they have the same beliefs of you? Do they have the same moral compass as what you have? If you're on the same page with all of that stuff, do you want to raise your children the same way? And trust me, coming from a blended family to where we took two separate families and tried to make them one, you can have some big issues with just on parenting, how you are going to parent your children. So, I encourage all of you dads out there and moms for that matter, you know, talk to your kids. Let your girls know that they're not just a sexual object, number one, because a lot of our girls nowadays, like it or not, you can agree with me or not, but it's true. A lot of our girls feel like they are sexual objects and they act like they are sexual objects and they dress like they are sexual objects. But, teach them that they're not. The only thing that they need to be happy with their body. They don't need to show their body off to everybody else. They need to be happy with it. If they're happy with it, that's all that matters. And teach your sons that, these women are not sexual objects, that there is so much more to a woman than just her outside appearance. And, if we can start doing that, if we can start teaching our children that, then we can start seeing a change in our society. And that is going to affect so many other parts of our society as well. That's all I got for you tonight. I'm glad you tuned in, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, if you know of anybody that you think will like this or benefit from this vlog, then please share it and pass it along. Y'all have a great night.